Who do you call a four-time NBA All-Star that averages 25 points and 10 assists per game throughout his career? Because it's not Pat Bev. Anything that Patrick Beverley can do, Trae Young can do better. Trae Young is the number one option on his team, scoring about 25 points per game average on his career. So, unlike Patrick Beverley, after winning a play-in game, he doesn't need to jump on a table. But let's jump into the film, because Trae Young is definitely one of the best snipers from three in the league, and to me is the lesser version of Steph Curry because he shoots a lot of his shots off the dribble rather than his off-ball movement being a big part of his game, and he's also a very good playmaker and probably a better playmaker than Steph Curry. And we see it here, he flips it behind his head to his teammate for an open transition three. Trae Young is one of the best pick and roll or pick and pop ball handlers in the league, and here you'll see him get downhill on the right lane line. Kyle Kuzma is sitting at the right block, and this is because he's pinching off and help side, and Trae Young, instead of looking for the roll man or pop man or creating a shot for himself, goes to the third read in this play, which is an open three in the corner. So I mentioned Trae Young creating shots for others, and he gets downhill on the baseline on the right side of the court. And Clint Capella being in the dunker spot that he is here, Trae Young sees Trey Lyles trying to cut him off on the baseline. And it really is just an easy pass and an easy take. Trae Young can also put pressure on a defense in transition, and here we see it in playmaking form. And here we see the defenders trying to close in on Trae Young. There's two defenders, but they don't know that Jalen Johnson is trailing, but Trae Young does. So it's going to be an easy slide off pass in this spot. And this was a defensive miscue, but also Trae Young pushing the pace and creating this play for his teammate. Once again, putting pressure on the defense, getting downhill. And what I think is a mismatch in this scenario, it's Trae Young versus Jason Tatum, and he sees his teammate cutting behind the play, and the help side defense is just ball watching. So if this happens, you will pay. The play develops really fast here, so let me slow it down for you. Trae Young is forced over the top and goes downhill, and Jalen Brunson is the help side guy in this scenario. But does it really matter if you're not watching your own guy as well? Because on the backside, he lets up a backdoor lob, being an easy 2 points on this play. Yes, I have talked about Trae Young being one of the best ball screen ball handlers, but the most underrated part of his game, in which this comes from, is his floater and layup game. And obviously, he fakes out the defender and does a fake behind the back into a layup to freeze Vucevic on the backside, which obviously helps. But we got a chance to see his playmaking ability to the third option being the help side corner and also the roll man. So this is a good mix up and a good take by Trae Young. Leading into the next play, Trae Young gets double teamed and with recognition swings the ball, causes confusion, gets the ball back for a three. This is another high IQ play, turning nothing into something, creating a three. We will see a horns flare screen action on this play, but just because the look is different doesn't mean the read is different. And he finds his guy cutting backdoor against the help side defense once again for an alley-oop. Trae being so lethal off of ball screens, teams tend to go over the screen to force him downhill, and the defender is cheating on this play, which again, Trae Young gets downhill for his lethal floater game, creating an and one. Now let's get to the fun part. The part that Patrick Beverley doesn't have, and that's range. Obviously, Patrick Beverley can shoot the three ball, but can he shoot it from way behind the line with space given to him like this? You see Trae Young having too much space on back-to-back plays, defenders either going under screens or not switching or hedging soon enough and paying for it. And if you didn't believe me, let's check out a different angle. He goes under the ball screen again, and as we freeze here, you'll see there is way too much space given, and Trae Young has a happy trigger finger. He will shoot the ball. He will shoot. So I don't understand why teams continue to go under, and I understand it is like a logo shot for Trae Young, but he's proven it time and time again that this is a reasonable, good shot selection for him. Let's also take it one step further on this play because if you have a lack of communication and don't find him in transition, he will shoot it as well. And here you see him not being picked up down the court, and it leads to another three. And I won't lie, honestly, having Trae Young as a teammate has to be so much fun because he does average 10 assists per game, which, again, Pat Bev only averages 3.4 for his career. So Trae Young, unlike Pat Bev, will get his teammates open shots. I wanted to show a pick and pop scenario because it's important to show that Trae Young can create his own shot off of these opportunities. Even more important, his new teammate Kristaps Porzingis is a very good three-point shooter for a center, which will add a whole new element to their team that Okongwu and Capella do not add to the team, in which they are usually role guys and dunker spot guys. Let's rewind for a second because think about what I said before. Going off the ball screen, you cannot go underneath the screen, or the hedge man cannot be late to the party. In this case, Trae Young punishes you, but also embarrasses you because this is a one-leg runner at the three-point line. Trae Young's confidence and shot making are weapons in crunch time. He hits countless dagger threes and clutch floaters, moments that actually earned him the nickname Ice Trae, as Knicks fans I think would know. Trae Young is far from a perfect player, but he is a highlight reel, just like John Morant, as you should go check out in one of our previous videos a week ago. Whether it's logo threes, step back threes, floaters in the lane creating and one opportunities, his offensive creativity is an absolute nightmare for other teams to guard. Like I said, Trae Young is a human highlight reel, and he's one of the best crunch time scorers in the league. And the clutch time scoring refers to the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter or overtime when the game is within 5 to 6 points. Sometimes the definitions are changed up, but in this case, that is what we're going by. And his plus minus in this scenario is plus 34 in clutch games, with a minimum of 35 clutch games in the league, highest in the Eastern Conference and fourth in the NBA. He also had 152 total clutch points, which is third in the league. It's absolutely amazing to watch. Thank you for watching and listening, and remember to rate and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Go like, follow, and subscribe on all socials, and comment what you would like to see next. And remember, the film never lies.